This photo means a lot to me because there's a lot going on that I didn't expect when I took it, and it shows a lot more than I realized at first. I had my 50mm lens with me one day at work. My wife dropped the kids off with me. These are my two kids in the picture, by the way, which you hardly ever see here on the blog. I just don't post pictures of my kids publicly. And my wife dropped the kids off at work. Well, she went to a meeting, so I basically had them over my lunch hour, and we found a building on campus. We had lunch. We made sandwiches for them, and so they each had a sandwich and a granola bar and an apple. And after that, we just sort of walked around for a little bit. And one thing that they really like to do is go in elevators. So we went to the elevator. They went up to the top floor, because why would you go to anything but the top floor? And they wanted to look out a little bit. So here they are looking out and kind of looking out over the courtyard of this particular building on campus. And because I have my camera and my 50mm lens with me, I thought I would use it to get a photo. And the problem is that lens is so restrictive in terms of its angle of view that you really have to pay attention to what it is you're photographing and figure out how to best use that particular lens to get an interesting view of whatever it is you are photographing. In this case, I thought it would be a neat way to get a picture of my kids who were looking out together like this. And there's a little touch that wasn't obvious to me at first, but I really like it, is on the younger one, you can see his arm, his elbow kind of sticking out on the right-hand side. So on the left, you see the hands of my older one resting on the windowsill, and on the right you see the whole arm of my younger one. And it's this illustration of the differences that they have at this age. Obviously the height is a difference, but here you have one kid who's so tall that he just needs to sort of casually rest his hands on the windowsill, and on the right hand side you have this other kid who is almost straining to see what his big brother is seeing out this window, and he's kind of holding his whole body up by his elbows there. And it created this cool image of my kids, and hope you don't mind me saying that, me sharing photos of my kids and talking about how much I like them, the photos and the kids, that is. And the decision to do it in black and white was something that I did not originally plan on, but there was a lot of green in this photo because the roof of the building they're looking out, the roof of the building in the background is all green, and the sky was kind of blown out. It just made for a weird composition. So I threw it in black and white and adjusted the luminance values of some of the color sliders to get this particular version. I even added some grain in there in Lightroom. And, I'm really happy with it. I like how it's turned out. Sure, there's little things like, why does my older one have that thing on his head? Well, that's his sunglasses. Kind of wish that wasn't there. But you know what? It's cool. I like it, and it kind of captures a unique little moment in the life of these two boys.